Peter Drucker once wrote, "Only three things happen naturally in organizations: friction, confusion, and underperformance. Everything else requires leadership." In the first part of this series, I want to address the issue of friction and the leadership it takes to create productive conflict. A fresh concept about the friction that naturally occurs in any work situation comes from Richard Barrett, founder of the Barrett Value Center, an organization that specializes in assessing cultural entropy. Cultural entropy measures the internal frictions, relationship issues, structural misalignments, and system problems existing in your organization that are working against the achievement of your mission, vision, and strategy. But since we know friction, or cultural entropy, is natural, what does it take to transform friction from destructive conflict to productive conflict? According to the Harvard Business Review Guide to Dealing with Conflict by Amy Gallo, there are two general approaches to conflict: people who avoid conflict and people who seek conflict. The employees whose temperament is to avoid conflict must be afforded a psychologically safe environment to speak up, be vulnerable, and stay focused on the higher purpose of their organization. Employees whose temperament is to seek conflict must be trained to listen more actively and to make it safe to be vulnerable to admit and learn from mistakes. This makes it possible to transform friction from destructive conflict to productive conflict. Productive conflict can emerge when the owner and key leaders reduce cultural entropy by making it safe to be open with one another and address the natural friction of work through in-the-moment conversations. The key takeaway here is that friction does not have to be a negative. It may come with negative connotations, but friction can be just as positive as any other business tool. It's all a matter of leadership and how you choose to use it.